whole the plant, the planta, you'll find almost 8,000 primary metabolites, but almost 1 million secondary metabolites. Because the secondary metabolite formation, the derivatives, maybe the group formation, the oxides, a lot of complex intricacies are there. And therefore, you will not find a direct lineage of genetic regulation or genetic control on the diversity of all these metabolites and a lot of other factors. Even you can connect with the Shiva Prasad's presentation about the epigenetics and the similar such regulations, such complex regulations are there. So that's the reason why, though we are doing certain metabolic engineering, it is not easy. It is not really easy to achieve certain specific, but certain areas is easily achievable. One of the areas is the terpenoids. And coming to the Bayes, one of the major things what we should learn from the corporate, the private sectors, how do they perform? How do they approach a certain problem? So how do they see the problems? See, one of the major understanding, one of the major point we should carry from this Bayes is their, partnering with complementary organizations. So though they have a lot of, maybe you can see, you have maybe have seen almost 65 the trades or the biotechnological related technology that are readily implementable in the farmers field are with them. But maybe in India, they have, maybe you can see what is only thing is BT cotton. So a lot of things that shows that how much they are prepared and what is the back-end research. So for the last 10, 20 years, so 30 or 40 years, how much research efforts they have placed to come to that many levels of, that many numbers of technologies related to the biotechnology. And even I was just talking to them to understand the partnering, the possibilities. See, they have highlighted some of the points in their presentation. One of the points is the sensors, biosensors, and even the, the artificial intelligence in agriculture. They probably have used a different word, smart or digi agri. So the digi-agri or artificial intelligence in agri or machine learning in agriculture, all these things can happen only with respect to the data and how they gain this data. And probably you can recollect they have introduced two major apps through which they collect the social data and the DSR the data directly from the farmers, and they analyze this data and appropriately they plan for their subsequent product or the solution development. So these things we need to understand. So we should have a long-term vision as a students or as the faculty or as a scientist. We should have a long-term vision on this vision should blend or the vision should gel with the societal or the social requirement, ultimately the end users. But however, equally, we cannot ignore the requirement of the basic research. Even with the Shiva Prasad, one of the questions I asked, how immediately we can find utility of the epigenetic-based research. Of course, he nicely answered to that. Because the basic research we can't ignore, and the basic research should go, depends on the interest. So you may be interested in doing basic research, you pursue, because you have to run behind your passion. But otherwise, in total, this today's lecture series, after listening to even to the last speakers, she's an entrepreneur, the natural plant protection company. So we need to, integrate, not limiting to only one discipline or not just limiting to a small area of Uranus, but we have to get exposed, we have to interact, and we have to find opportunities, and we should partner with others, and we should find the complementarity so that within a minimum period, of course, we can't decide or define a period by which what product you should come out with. It is not easy. Sometimes a lot of uncertainties are there. So therefore, we should partner with the people. We should work in a transdisciplinary manner. We should get exposed. And you should venture into the novel and the frontier areas or niche areas, we can say. So one of the major, the promising area is the machine learning and artificial intelligence. So we have a huge amount of data. Maybe even maybe looking at the Shiva Prasad's presentation, you may have found that. So he has genomic data. He has done a lot of genome analysis. The RNA expression analysis he has done. Probably if that is, it can be integrated with the metabolome data. It is relatively easy to take certain understanding without doing much wet lab studies. So what the epigenetic changes can contribute to what kind of the phenotypic response or the yield based response, etc. So based on this understanding, maybe my observation need not be so comprehensive, but from this morning, I am observing this lecture series, and this is a very good initiative, strengthening the transdisciplinary biochemistry, biotechnology, bioinformatics, but not limiting to these three disciplines. We should, diffuse or gel into many other disciplines so that your core competency will be strengthened, and you will be able to perform much better, and you can contribute much better for the society in terms of biotechnology or any agriculture related discipline. So with this, I thank our head of the department, Veena S. Anil ma'am, for initiating. Actually, she has brought this idea among the faculty members. She seeded this, and then this has undergone a lot of deliberation. It has come to this shape. I thank Veena ma'am. I thank our university head, Shyamala ma'am, and I thank all the faculty members and all the students who have participated in this lecture series. And also, I take this opportunity to thank all the non-teaching staff and the students also who contributed well in this Bio 3 first season lecture series. And I hope this will sustain, this will continue even the next years with more, inviting more, speakers and strengthen the Department of Biotechnology. Thank you, one and all. Okay.
Ma'am, your car is there, no, ma'am? My car is there, yeah. Everything went well, John.
Went very well.
The audience you could have had.
But see, we don't have 1 year's audience, ma'am.
Madam.
We should,
One moment.
we should make in such a way that
Next video.